Hello, beautiful soul. It is winter solstice. It's a big day. It's planetary alignment. It's a big shift today. And I looked into the crystal ball for what the next year is going to bring. And it's bringing a lot of love. It surely will, because it's an everyday practice that I commit to every single day. From when I first wake up and try to get myself into the right place to really embody love, to be a full expression of what I want to see in the world. It's not always easy. I'm not going to pretend. It surely isn't. I've seen some really dark places this year inside myself, and they weren't always easy to go through, yet it was worth it. It was worth going through the depth of the exploration. It was worth it was worth facing my fears. It was worth looking at old beliefs. It was worth having really deep conversations with people that I really care about. Having conversations with people whose opinion I didn't care for at all, yet I chose to engage and learn more. And I know this year has brought a lot of hardship to everybody, or to a lot of people, to some more than to others, to everybody in different ways. And I don't want to make any of that smaller. I honor you for what you've been through. I honor you for what you have endured. I honor you for every single time you got out of bed and faced a new day, trying to make the very best of it. I honor you for all the tears you've cried. I honor you for every time your heart contracted, for every time you felt like you had the weight of the world on your shoulders. I honor all of that. And I want to remind you that it's darkest before dawn. At least that's what it always seems like. And I want to encourage you to keep doing the best every single day. To look back at this year, not just as a year that has brought a lot of hardship, but as a year that had you step up, that had you become a better version of you, that had you face a lot of challenges, that had you say, yes, I can, and I will try again, and I will get up again. I want you to honor yourself for that. There's a lot of arguing going on in the world. And yet, as Scott Schwenk reminded me this morning, if arguing really worked, then we would do it once and then be done with it. Interesting one to think about. And I think that applies for our arguments with other people, but also for arguments with ourselves, probably. Maybe every time an argument inside ourselves comes up, if we can just sit back a little and be with it, be with the feelings that arise, allow them to be there, and just listen a little more deeply. Maybe there doesn't have to be that much arguing. Maybe every once in a while we can just set that aside and realize, been there, done that. I'm not going to believe all my thoughts. This is an old belief creeping up. I'm done with that part. I've put that aside. I'm laying it down. And sometimes the laying it down, the putting it down is the hardest part. To remind ourselves to just put it down and to engage with what brings us joy, with what brings us bliss, with where we feel love. And I think there are so many ways in the world how we can cultivate joy and how we can cultivate love. That doesn't mean I'm going to ignore the things that are not going well. It just means I'm not going to emphasize them by putting all my energy into them and by focusing all my energy onto them. Because where the focus goes, our energy flows. And so if I continue to focus on what's not working, guess what I might often be amplifying? So if instead I focus on where I want to be, what are the things that I would like to see in the world, what I would like to see manifest in my life, and get myself to that feeling state of, yes, this is what it's going to feel like. Yes, my heart is going to feel open wide. I'm going to have that, I don't know, shining light in my eyes. I'm going to feel all that love. I'm going to be connected to people. I'm going to be connected with nature, with whatever surrounds me. I'm just going to feel fully vibrant and alive. I feel all that energy running through me, as opposed to putting that into some point in the future when I have whatever I think is missing right now. Can I just tune into what I really need for my maximum soul growth is here right now, right this minute. And I can feel fully alive right in this moment and still move towards what I'm manifesting in my future. It just means operating from a place of abundance, from a place of fullness, from a place of having manifested, as opposed to from a place of scarcity. Every time I speak of the scarcity, I have that come more into being. Every time I speak of abundance, every time I speak of the love that I feel, I have that more in focus. I give that my energy, and then that is what can amplify. I listened to Bashar yesterday, and he said, guess what? If you frown into the mirror, do you ever expect your reflection to smile back at you? Okay, probably not. I cannot make that reflection in the mirror smile unless I put my smile out there first. And it sounds so simple, yet it takes a lot of dedication every day. I know it does. And that's okay, because it's so freaking worth it. It is. Just try it out for 24 hours. For 24 hours, if you just keep that heart wide open, and every time something makes you go, something makes you want to close inside, some thought comes up that makes you want to shut down, just pivot right then and there. Focus again on that openness, on that wide heart. Take a deep breath. Just open widely to whatever comes through. It's just energy passing through. It's just energy. The only thing that assigns meaning to it are we up here. And you can decide what meaning you give it. A lot of the time. Sometimes we kind of see the train leaving the station. We're like, yep, that was not my intention, yet I feel myself incapable of acting upon it. And we can get so much better at that. Every single time we catch ourselves a little bit earlier, we get better at it. Maybe it never quite becomes easy, but we get so much better at it. Now, most importantly, you do not have to believe in crystal balls. This is a fluorite, by the way. And I just like it because it feels good to hold it in hand and to connect with it. You do not have to believe any of the words that I'm saying. Maybe don't. Know thyself. I want to encourage you to just sit with yourself and feel what resonates true in your body. You'll know. You don't need me. You don't need anybody teaching you. If you can take that time to really listen inside, to just slow down for a bit and let that soft inner voice come through. That small voice of loving wisdom that you have deep inside. That's there. Just let that come up and tell you what's true for you. I send you so much love. I lay deep in my heart. I wish you all the best. Have wonderful, wonderful holidays. I'm going to take a bit of a technology break to go deep inside. I will see you in the beautiful, beautiful new year. Like I said, 2021, it'll be a year of love. At least that's what I'm going for. I love you.